Hello, welcome back to another episode of Principal as Changemaker. Today we have a very exciting leader with us, Mrs. Pranjali Kuralkar, ma'am, Principal of Mundle High School, Nagpur. Ma'am,
Hello.
please tell me about yourself.
Myself, Mrs. Pranjali Kuralkar. I was a teacher here as an assistant teacher. I have worked from 97 and now I've been promoted to the principal's post. And now I'm here in front of you.
Okay, so were you born and brought up in Nagpur?
Yeah, I was born and brought up in Nagpur, but I had schooling in various schools as my father's job was a transferable job. He was in bank.
Okay,
So it was a transferable job. So I was in various cities like in Chandrapur, Hinganghat, and then Rasli. I did my graduation, B.Ed. Now I'm here.
okay.
Right.
So which was your first school that you joined?
As a child, my means primary I did from Paranspe High School, which is in
Okay.
Dharampet.
Yes.
Yeah, and then from Chandrapur, then Hinganghat.
Okay. Which was your first tiffin box memory, ma'am?
My tiffin box memory is the tiffin which I used to share with my cousin and my sister because we all cousins were in the same school. So in lunch break we used to share, and that too my means regular tiffin like sabzi roti and especially my aunt's homemade lemon pickle.
Okay.
That's my memory which we three used to share.
Any favorite sabji of yours from the past?
Not any such every child likes ladies finger bhindi.
Okay. Yeah, we personally love Maggie and all, but I hope, I guess.
We did not have Maggie that time. Our dosa was dosa sandwich or vada sambar that was prepared on Sundays.
Okay,
So that was our treat.
definitely.
Uh,
So we always say change maker inspire more change maker, but the seed is sown very early in their life. So was that first teacher or principal that you always inspired you?
I have two teachers I remember. Other teachers are there, but who made change in me is my post graduation teacher Nanda Rathi madam, who taught me child psychology, child development during MSc. She is the person who really changed me a lot and who gave me confidence also. And then when I was in secondary, that time my drawing teacher was there who gave me courage to draw anything because I am a creative person. I like drawing or doing something innovative. So he gave me the courage first of all. I mean the confidence that yes, whatever I feel, I think I can put it on the
Execute.
paper.
Okay.
Right.
So you have been an educationist from last 27 years.
Right.
So which was the first institute that you joined?
I joined Sandipani as a assistant teacher in KG's pre-primary section.
Okay.
Right. I had also applied for B.Ed, but that list came very late. And then when the list came, the half an hour means 1.5 years were gone. So in between, I had to leave that job.
And then you shift.
Then I did completed my B.Ed, and then here in this school, R.S. Mundle English School. In the next year, I got this job.
Okay.
And from since 97, I am here in R.S. Mundle English School.
That is a very long journey.
It's a very long journey, and I am happy that I am in this institution because this institution is an institution which go after making money-minded people are not there. This is an institution who care for who follows values and cultures, who stick to them, stick to it, and the same thing we imbibe in our children also. Like if you have gone or if you have observed children, they wish or they bow down immediately in the beginning of the in the morning also or whenever they meet. That culture we follow. I mean values we try to inculcate in our children.
Totally true.
Right.
So being a principal, I assume you always have an hectic schedule. So tea or coffee, what gets you going in the morning?
Tea.
Okay, so you're a tea
And
person.
unlimited tea. One cup in the morning. That's all.
Okay.
Right.
Yes. So there is always an hectic schedule. There is always
Right.
something or the other thing lined up for you. But how do you have that work-life balance? Because in house you are a mother, you're a daughter-in-law, you're a sister. So how do you manage your life, both principal and your
Right.
house?
So I'm a principal. As a teacher also, a mother always have to plan that schedule, that timetable. She has to divide work as a mother and as a housewife. Everything has to be scheduled. and sometimes इधर उधर तो होते रहता है, but still
Understood.
that is
It's a part
होता
of
है,
life.
that is part of job, but still we have to manage, means whatever comes first, whichever is the priority, we have to do that. Sometimes such things happen that we have to give, even if any important work function or anything is there in at home, but still we have to keep it aside for the school,
Agreed.
and that everyone has to do.
Yes. So, what is your morning routine before coming to the school?
Morning routine is that, like after so many years we all prepare, plan everything what we have to do on the next day, that we plan on the
Previous day.
previous day.
Yes.
So accordingly, but once I get up, I salute God first. Okay, like we wish everyone, no?
Correct.
गुड मॉर्निंग, सुप्रभात, असं जसं आपण म्हणतो, लाईक सेम वे आय प्रे गॉड फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वन्स आय गेट अप, and then other routine goes on.
And then the school comes
Right.
later. Every time there are some exams or there are some unit tests for kids as in primary school.
Right.
But how do you motivate them? How do you get them to get good grades in those exams? Whether it's a small unit test or a terminal exam.
We have to encourage small kids every now and then by giving positive remarks, or by giving, sometimes we have to scold them also, and we do it continuously. There is no such fixed period that now the exam is coming, so you have to prepare, because revision test and everything goes on. There also teachers remind children, but as a principal I always encourage them to, during recess or during prayers or during assemblies, we keep them we keep reminding them about doing their best or solving the paper nicely without cheating, or without solving, means all those instructions we
Malpractices,
give,
yeah.
right, all those instructions we keep on giving all the time, means there is no such as like the exam is coming, so we should focus on it. General
Absolutely.
instructions are given.
Correct.
Right.
So in school there are always some small wins by kid. There are some big wins by kids. So how do you celebrate those victories for kids?
Victories are very encouraging to the children, especially small children, because they wait for that. Even if a small trophy a child is carrying, they are eager to know what has happened. So whenever such things are there, we celebrate it in the assembly. We announce in the assembly, and everybody cheer that child. The photos are taken and those are posted in the group, or they are sent to the parents, and the news is sent to in the newspaper also. Like this, we encourage them. We celebrate that.
You are a change maker. So what one thing that being a change maker has taught to you that you want to tell it to the audience?
Recently, I have taken this post, so I don't think I am that great, or I have done special something like that.
But being an
that
educationist from last 27 years, it's always, you had a journey right from a assistant teacher to a principal. So that also brings us to the part that you are a change maker. You have been driving students from last 27 years. So what is that one thing that you want to pass it on to our audience that you must have learned in those 27 years?
One thing I would like to tell to my children, or to the other teacher also, whoever will take my place, whatever values we are taught, we were taught by our ancestors, or which are in our tradition. The next generation or the next teacher should not, whoever will come, should not forget that. Or even I always tell my students who have passed that they should not forget our values, our tradition, which is there. जो fix हुआ है वो fix है. नहीं तो since long time our culture is deeply rooted.
Correct.
Right. So I always tell them not to forget all these things.
Roots.
Right.
So have you had any random thought in your life? Any morning thought or a late night thought? If not principal or if not an educationist, what you would have become in life?
Like I said, I'm a creative person. I would have opened my boutique.
Okay.
Or I would have become an artist. Like I'd like to draw. I like to color, paint, everything. Like whichever is innovative, I like to do that.
Okay.
Or I try to innovate something new. So if I had not been a teacher, I would have been a tailor or a boutique, or someone I would have become.
Fair. So you recently took this job as a principal. So what have you learned in this very short amount of time? What leadership roles have you learned or goals have you learned in this short amount of time?
The first and foremost thing I have learned is that you have to strictly follow the timetable.
Okay.
Time matters in this. Otherwise, if you will fail to follow means the timetable, then everything falls apart. You are not able to achieve that, because academically all the calendar is all set, and if something goes wrong as per the schedule, if it is not done, then it affects other things also, other programs also which we have chalked down. So this thing I have learned, that time is
Always
valuable, yes, and
valuable.
we have to follow it.
Correct. We come from a next generation, to be honest. And what will be that one piece of advice for your future principal who will take your job after 10 to 15 years? That will be from our generation. So, what is that one piece of advice for the next principal?
Whatever we have learned while giving to the other one, to the next one, half of the things are left behind, but the thing which remain is again I will say values, and those values should not be forgotten even by your generation, Gen Z generation, or the other generations which are coming up. You should follow those values, or you should stick to those values, because these values are which have kept us alive in all the circumstances we have gone through in the past also, and in the future also, whatever are happening in our surrounding in right now also, these values which we have learned from our ancestors, which is our tradition, these have kept us alive.
Definitely.
And that makes us our country different from the other countries, right? So I will always advise stick to that those values.
By any chance, are you fond of reading books?
Yes, I am, but I do not follow a particular author or
Genre.
science fictions. I like. I'm a vivid reader. So whatever catches me, that I read that.
Any one book that you would like to suggest to the audience? Maybe teachers, principals are watching this podcast. So, any one book?
No, recently I have stopped reading somehow because of my family or because of the job. The common book which I remember is Shriman Yogi of
Okay.
Shivaji Maharaj.
Okay.
And then Yugandhar is there, which is on Sri Krishna. These are there, but I cannot means others. These are common books with most of the teachers or other principals might have read. But if they have not, they should read these books.
Definitely. Lastly, we believe changemaker inspire more changemaker. So, is that one friend of yours, one principal who would like who you would like to nominate for our podcast the next?
Many friends are there, but two friends I remember who are principals. One is Mrs. Neeta Deshpande madam, who is principal of Dharampet Public School,
Okay.
and she is my friend also. And the other one, recently I have met her, and she is the principal of Saraswati Primary School. She is Reshmi Umesh madam. She is a very active, energetic personality, and if you will, you can take in their interviews. You will. I would like that, and you will also like them meeting them.
Definitely, definitely. So once again, thank you for the time, ma'am. Thank you for taking out time for this interview.
My pleasure.
We totally loved it. We wish you to be a change maker throughout your life and keep inspiring more and more children in the
Thank
future.
you. I wish that I could be a good change maker.
Definitely. Works. Thank you for the time. Thank you very much.